All right, sunny, smoky day, actually really smoky day here in Grand Ronde. We're with former council member and tribal elder Denise Harvey, and we are almost like midway through the campaign, I think, correct?
Yeah, we got about 5 weeks to go.
September 12th, yeah.
Yep, about 5 weeks, maybe a
So
little,
how
couple
would you
days.
say things are going so far?
It's been interesting. I think it's hard to know. There hasn't been a lot of campaigning, actually. There hasn't been a huge amount of feedback from the people. I don't know what some of the other candidates are running on, other than the ones I've heard from. I know Valeria's done some posts and stuff, but other than that, it's actually been kind of quiet. So,
Surprisingly, yeah.
yeah.
So what are some of the issues you want to take the opportunity to focus on for this video that you want to bring or bring back to tribal council should you prevail in the election?
Yeah, I think what was kind of disturbing last week is that I wasn't provided with the opportunity for rebuttal, and I was called out. I was made out to be a liar. I went in on Monday. I provided the documents to the general manager. I asked them to at least just give a response that I didn't actually need to speak. If they would respond appropriately, like we always do. We do follow up, and that didn't happen. They basically shut down the meeting and said that no one could talk about the situation from 2 weeks before. So I wasn't allowed, but we've looked up some stuff, and you do have a right as to respond when somebody calls you out and makes statements about you. You and your counsel should allow you to have a rebuttal to that response. That's kind of what I was asking for. That did not happen. Granted, it was pretty disturbing to see that they shut those two questions down in a meeting. I don't think I've ever seen that in all my years of being on council, that we've done that. So it was a little disturbing, and I kind of like, why? Why did that happen? Why did they feel that need? How come they couldn't give me the respect to respond? So that was disturbing to me. I think the other thing I want to talk about is the loan program again. I brought that forward. Chris and I did a lot of work on that over the years. We were grateful when we got it approved, but now they're backstepping on it. I think that's just a huge benefit, because that's a benefit that all members get no matter where they live, just like the general welfare payments.
So you want to bring the loan back as is, or are you hoping to expand it beyond what it was?
Oh, no, I think we should expand it beyond what it was. Chris and I, when we looked that up, there are a lot of tribes that, even gave loans for, down payment assistance to buy a car. There were large loans. When you're a general welfare or per capita tribe, it's a very low risk, because you're giving your members money. If they're not paying back the loan, then you have an easy way of getting that money back. So I wish we were just a little more open on that. I don't feel like it's a budget constraint for us. I think we could make that a very good program. Also, if we do a CDFI, that's like where you become basically a federal bank, and you loan money to your members.
Just for clarification, what does CDFI stand for?
Oh, now you're going to make me
Well, but
look
when
at
you
it.
use an acronym, you should let people know what it means.
Yeah, later, do you want me to look? I don't know the
Sure,
exact
if you want to look it up.
acronym. So, but I'd like to bring that back. That actually is a great program. You come in, it's just basically you're given, as a tribe, you're given the opportunity to lend federal money.
Okay.
And you were allowed to do that because we're a sovereign nation, and tribes are allowed to have these programs in place for their people. They actually even help out other tribal people too. Anybody can use us like a bank, basically. But it's not our money, it's federal money. We just get to process it. It's easier transaction for our members. The rules are a little lighter than going in and getting a traditional home loan. Probably even a little bit easier than a 184, because a 184 is a very complicated process. So those are things I would like to bring back, and those are things that are an opportunity for all members, regardless of where you live. You do make money. It could be an economic project, actually. When we talk about economic development, that very well could be considered an economic development. but it's a loan program for tribal people, but you do get, you know, your interest and your administrative fees from that.
Okay. And
So,
before you get too far along, we try to keep these to 3 to 5 minutes. We're at the 5 minute mark right now.
okay. Other than that, I'll end this quickly, but I just want to say everybody's going to be getting their ballots this week. Make sure you get them mailed in. Please, please, please vote. It is so critical right now. You know, I hope you vote for me, but be wise in your votes. I feel like I have the knowledge and the experience to come back and build some rational thinking and decision making, maybe. I've been disturbed about some of the decisions that I've seen lately. I'm not sure how the council's justifying some of those decisions, but I hope to come back and be a rational voice at the table. And so vote for Denise Harvey.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.